With COVID taking over the headlines and a new variant popping up almost every single month, it seems, why is nobody talking about ways that you can actually improve your health? Talking about diet, exercise, home-cooked meals. The World Obesity Federation discovered that out of the 2.5 million COVID deaths, 2.2 million were in countries where obesity was at high rates. Being that the US has some of the highest adult obesity in all developed countries, we're looking at actually 42.4% right now. In a March report, the CDC stated more than 73% of Americans who die of COVID-19 are either overweight or obese. If we were just talking about hospitalized patients, 50% had obesity and 28% were overweight. To me, this seems preventable, especially when research has shown that obesity is the second most preventable cause of death after smoking. Recent projections state that if we keep living the same way, nearly half of Americans by 2030 will be considered obese. Now, if you think about that, that's only 8 years. 8 years ago, we were singing Pharrell's Happy song. Life comes at you fast. And that's just the adults. What about the children? If things stay the same, childhood obesity is expected to increase by 60% over the next decade, reaching 250 million kids by 2030. So if we have an increase in adult obesity, and we have an increase in childhood obesity, and we have this virus that is supposed to stay with us for the rest of our lives, what does that say? It means we need to start doing something now. If we have the data suggesting that COVID-19 death rate is 10 times higher in countries where obesity is 50% or higher, what does that mean for the future? By 2030, we just saw that US adult obesity is going up. We just saw that childhood obesity is going up. So really, what can we do about it? Well, we could start drinking water, we can start eating healthier, we could start developing an exercise program, but really none of that is going to be apparent for the general population if it doesn't come up from the higher ups. I don't see why it's not on every single major news cycle. Therefore, we need to start making these individual changes ourselves. And this starts at home. This could be just starting by grocery shopping, a little smarter. You can start developing that exercise program, doing some yoga, Pilates, taking the steps instead of the elevator. I mean, there's many ways we can do it, right? And not only is this going to be physically improving, but mentally improving as well. However, don't try to change everything in your life at once. Making one small change can make a big leap forward in the future. So if you do one goal today, say you want to eat healthier. All right, well, guess what? You could start today by going to the grocery store or ordering something healthier and compound that with, all right, I'm going to do exercise maybe tomorrow. And then now you're eating a little healthier. Now you got some exercise going on. Now you're making the small steps to change. And that's what we want. So what I'm getting at is if they're saying COVID is going to be something that's going to stick around with us forever, and we got childhood obesity rates going up, we got adult obesity rates going up, and we know that the number one factor, well, I wouldn't say maybe the number one factor, but 74% of COVID deaths were occurred with people with overweight or obesity, you could do the math and see what we're setting ourselves up for. So let me know your opinion. This is just my thought. Let me know your opinion, and I'll see you in the next video.